You guys can start discussing.
Yeah. So, Raju sir, one scenario I have in mind for the STO process, wherein we are shipping stuff from one plant to the other plant, maybe in same country or other countries. I mean, inter and intra companies. So as of now, I have been following the good, happy flow scenarios wherein whatever gets shipped gets received completely in the receiving location. Now, things become difficult when you see shortfalls or excessive shippings. How do we deal with those scenarios? So let's say there was 100 quantity shipped from the shipping location under the STO process. However, at the time of receiving, the receiving location found that the physical quantity was 90.
Okay.
Now, how does this discrepancy gets covered or captured from standard approach?
So you are saying that, okay, somebody want to say something?
Yeah. Like this is
Go
Omkar.
ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying, okay, if you're shipping 100 quantities from supplying plant and you have received 90 quantities, right? So system will expect 10 quantities more in future. So if it's there, if you might have inbound delivery in future, then system will accept the inbound delivery and you can post a good receipt. If you're not expecting that, okay, then we also have under delivery, over delivery tolerance in purchase order. Correct?
Yeah, so
you are saying that 100 quantities has been shipped from supply plant itself, or it's 90 quantities which has been shipped?
So that's 100 that has been shipped. So let's say there was a physical discrepancy, which you can say. At the time of receiving, they did even receiving for 100 quantity because it was from the same company. So they didn't go to the counting and all stuff. They just went ahead with 100. But physically in the quality inspection time, they just found out after unpacking that there was a shortage of 10 quantity. However, now goods receipt is posted, the shipping documents from the STO, I mean, that's already done, and you have the goods receipt posted. How do we move back or try to get these 10 quantities adjusted, given you have done the GR as well for 100?
In this case, what I was doing in my last client, I was doing return intercompany flow for those missing quantities from the receiving plant to supplying plant again.
Okay, so basically you do not ship anything back, but you just say quantity is going back.
Yes.
Okay, now this is applicable in case of under delivery. What about excessive delivery? When you have 100, but physically you receive 110. So I think it's the same 10 quantity.
You create another purchase order for more 10 quantities and you send back. Okay. You send to other company.
But when these things go international, I mean, in the same country, if you are doing that, is not a problem. But when you try to ship something from one country to other country, there are catches here.
I think Rabin is having same kind of experience. I think he want to say something.
You can check SAP note 219085. Okay, SAP has come up with standard solution for this one. Okay, earlier there was no solution from SAP for this one. Okay, there were workarounds what all companies used to have. Okay, so you first check whether this note fits your requirement. Okay, there are a few settings that you need to do, and it is for STOs only. Okay. So it is the note 219085. Okay.
So it's 219085, Ravi.
Yeah, I have messaged it.
Okay. It is in the chat. It is in the chat.
Okay, I have messaged that. Okay, so you go through that. SAP has given some this one. Okay, these are like exceptions. Okay, see.
Exactly.
These are like exceptions that happen. See, not only that happens. Okay, you order material A. Okay, of 10 quantity, you receive material A 8 quantity and material B 2 quantity. Okay, possible. Okay, there are
something like new material you receive, something like that.
Yeah, but see, you no, in STO what happens? In STO what happens? You order a material A 10 quantity, but when they deliver A quantity only 8 pieces and B some other material they also deliver. Okay, so there are Yeah.
Which is not there in our document, PO.
Yeah,
also.
which is
Yes,
not at all
exactly.
there in our STO. And what happens, it is like whatever he is telling, it is for many different countries. Okay, when you ship to a different countries, shipping those two quantity back to the originating country is not feasible. Okay,
Exactly on point here. Yep.
it is not feasible. It is not at all feasible. Okay, so you have to do something for that one. Okay, you need to. Okay, so there two things will come in this scenario. First, you need to reduce two quantity and then increase, okay, receive two quantity. And in the sending plant also, you have to like reduce two quantity and then ship out two quantity. Okay, so check whether how much it fits your requirement. Otherwise, there are like you need to do different ways. Okay, in our this one for our client, what we are doing for over deliveries. Okay, for over under delivery. Okay, and there is a different way for over deliveries or for wrong deliveries. We call them as wrong deliveries. Okay, wrong deliveries means you order A and you get B. Okay, so we start the process in EWM itself. Like, okay, we create an inbound delivery referring to the old inbound deliveries, and automatically through a little bit of custom enhancement also, automatically it will create a PO line. Okay, like few things we have done so that it is, and in the end there is a LES team. Like, we don't handle the what you say, the inbound deliveries or outbound deliveries, whatever is there in ECC or something. Okay, so other team handles, and there they have done enhancement, like the discrepancy, they will post them manually. Okay, or there is a program that has been written and it will automatically post all these discrepancies. Okay, so that is what we have done. Okay, so but SAP has come up with the standard solution. You can check how much it meets your requirement.
So one point I take away from this explanations of yours is, in case of the quantity changes, what you're doing is you're changing the quantity. So let's say material A gets reduced by 2, material B gets increased by 2.
Yes. See, yeah.
So this is something we are doing as the scrapping, or I mean the PI kind of activity, or in the delivery activity?
In the delivery, see, yeah, in the delivery, that is what, see, for increasing, I'm telling, we create a inbound delivery ad hoc. We can create a inbound delivery, right? And we are referring to the old inbound delivery, okay, of the ECC, so that it goes and posts to that. Okay, so there are a different.
Okay. Got your point.
Yeah, see, see, again, there are two scenarios. One is like when you post that inbound delivery, when you do the goods receipt for the material, which is an extra material, if it is intercompany and intra-company, it varies. Okay, because in one it checks the stock in transit, and in another it doesn't check the stock in transit. Okay, so you need to take care of both the scenarios. Okay, in one you can post the goods receipt, right? Okay, for intra, and for intra you can't, because system checks how much stock is there in the stock in transit. Okay, so all this put together, yes, there is enhancement. Yeah, everything has been done, and yeah, it is working. But check the standard solution of SAP.
Intra also we have stock in transit, right?
Which one? Yeah, but you can do, see, yeah, it will allow you to post the goods receipt. It will not stop you to post the goods receipt.
I'm just trying to imagine.
Because
Like
it is two different company codes. Okay, and you can post the goods receipt, and then you can do that. Okay, so it will not check much of that one. Okay, it will create a negative entry and a positive entry.
Okay, but I'm trying to understand that you're creating a new inbound delivery with reference to the old inbound delivery, right?
Yes.
That is standard,
Yes.
or how it is?
No, it is not standard. That is what I'm telling. A little bit of enhancements with, yeah, because it should go and update. Okay, it is giving that reference so that in the queue it will carry that, and whenever you do that enhancement at the ECC side, then you will get one reference. We need one reference, right?
Yeah, but it also updating the purchase order then?
It is also updating in the purchase order. No, in purchase order we are creating a different line. With numbering itself is different. We started through 9001 9002, so that we will identify that, okay, this is the purchase order where I have received an incorrect material or whatever was not ordered. Okay.
But the
So
financing entries are correct, right? Because
yeah, financing entries will happen correct only, right? There will not be any problem. See, there are cases where the material itself will not be used in that country. Okay.
no, because I'm trying to imagine like if you're sending 10 materials not physically on system from supplying plant, like let's say from India, and you have received only 8 materials. That means physically only 8 materials have been shipped from India. So the financing entries might get clash, right? Like in system, it is
No,
only
that
8
is what
materials which have been issued.
you need to reverse all of that. You need to reverse all of that. The two will be sent back to the system. Okay.
So we are reversing all the entries, right?
No, not all the, okay, but for two quantities, we will post it
Yeah,
again.
for two entry, for two quantities,
Yes.
Okay. I thought you are just doing all your like corrections in only receiving plant, not in supplying.
No. That is
So
what I'm telling. The other team, see, it is only the receiving we are doing in EWM. The other is we call it them sticks team, where they do few are automated and few are manual. They will do cross check and they will do. And this is the note. Yeah, see, this is one note. See, quantity discrepancies between GI and GR with EWM relevant inbound deliveries. Okay, so you can check this out.
So what is the problem statement over here, sir? Can you scroll up? Okay. Excellent. After this. Mhm.
I think, thank you, Robin, for helping Gaurav to understand. Gaurav, you understand, right? What you?
Yes, sir. I think the last line, the highlighted line, is what he mentioned as well.
Hmm.
That corrections at the ERP end. This one helps. This
Yeah,
truly
and
helps.
also it's a wonderful document. Like he has given a step by step,
Exactly. This he
15
said,
to
yeah.
20. I think 15 steps are there, and also restrictions also mentioned in the remarks. The restrictions.
Yes,
You can check
it is
that
good. Yeah.
exactly how it is going to work and all these things. This helps, I think,
This
100%.
helps. Maybe not. If maybe not 100%, there at least 90% plus help is already done with this note.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
little bit of twisting and turning you need to do from
Exactly.
your end. Yeah, and yes. Okay.
yeah.
Sure. Thanks a lot for this note. I'll go through this.
Very good.
Hopefully
Excellent.
by next week's session, I'll have an update saying, hey, it's done.
Okay, then show us the working on scenario also, at least one document.
I can share document exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
document.
Maybe you can prepare a document and then see.
Okay.
It will be useful for your users as well as for us also. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay. Does anyone have any other questions? Anyone?
Yes, sir. I have one question.
Hmm.
Okay, let's say I have my warehouse, okay, and I have my production line where I'm doing all the assemblies. All the assemblies I'm doing, like I'm creating a finished product.
Assemblies means like kit to stock, something like that you are doing. Okay.
It's sort of that, but okay, we will not go into kitting, but I will just give you the business scenario that I will bring all the components from the warehouse and I will keep it near to my production line. Okay, so there is one trolley. I will speak. Okay, there is one trolley. In that was in my BOM, there are 10 components. Okay, for creating a finished product. So out of that, 4 components which are there, those components I have to bring from warehouse and I have to keep into that trolley. Okay, and that trolley will move along with the production line from start till the end. Okay, like we have different workstations. So when it moves to next workstation, I will use some component, like one component. Next workstation, I will use some other component in the same trolley. Okay, and it will go along the production line, and all the components will get consumed from that trolley at the end of the production line. Okay, and there are some items to the right side of the production line where there are some nuts and bolts are there. Okay, which we can manage by Kanban thing. So that's okay. But now my question is like, suppose I have 10 components. Out of that 4 components, I want to replenish from warehouse to that trolley. Okay, like I want to replenish from warehouse to the production supply area. So that trolley is my PSA, production supply area. Okay, so how system will behave? Because if I have 10 components, system will come with those 10 components in the PMR document. PMR means the production, like the replica of manufacturing order in EWM. Okay, if we use the advanced production integration functionality API, we have that PMR document in EWM. So in that, all the 10 components will come in EWM. And if I go to stage, all those 10 components will stage. But my requirement is not that. My requirement is only stage 4 components on the trolley.
Omkar,
Yeah.
let me just reiterate what you said.
Yeah.
Your requirement, so the quantity and the material which is present in the PMR. Right now you said you want to stage only 4 materials. So how many materials did your PMR had?
Okay, so my bomb has 10 components. Okay, out of 10 components, 4 components will be on trolley. Is it clear? Okay, that trolley will move along with the production line till the end. Okay.
Everything is clear. I'm only confused on the part you said that for the PMR, you will in the trolley you will have just 4 components.
In the trolley, I will have 4 components, but in PMR, it will have 10 components, right? Because when I will stage from the manufacturing order, when I will release the manufacturing order, when I will do staging, all those 10 components will come into PMR document in EWM.
Exactly.
And what system will do? System will try to stage all those 10 components in PSA.
Exactly. Yep.
I don't want to stage all the 10 components because I want to only stage 4 components which on the trolley, because other 6 components are on the right side, which are very small components that I can manage by Kanban. I don't want API over there.
Okay.
That is managed by Kanban.
Okay. So is there a way by which you are differentiating these 2 types of products? So let's say a group of 4 products is differentiated separately and the others is differentiated from the material type point of view. As in, do you have an identifier which says
like not customized, but yeah, those are different material numbers.
Standard. I'm talking.
Those are different material numbers, I can say.
No, I think what Gaurav is saying, is there anything like maybe we can create one handling unit for all of them with the same activity area, something like that, right, Gaurav?
No, sir. There are 2 approaches to this. So when I say material type, I'm trying to make his life easier. Or I have a complex solution. Not complex, you can say a bit longer solution to this. So there is something we called as product group.
Product group, yeah.
So in the PSA stage transaction, you will have 2 options to maintain. What kind of materials you are going to stage for your EWM, PPWM integration for the PMR stuff.
Correct. Yeah.
PMR has a direct linkage with your PSA stage. So when you maintain this entry, these entries can be maintained in 3 combinations. First is the warehouse, the shipped party entitled disposed, and the next 2 combination is the product type. You can either enter the product group, or you can enter the product number directly itself.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have a product group, you can just put in the product group there and the PSA bin to stage this material. If you do not have that product group, you can enter the materials that needs to be staged and to which bin it needs to be staged and which WPT it needs to follow. So if you can differentiate that, and let's say you are telling your PMR had 10 materials, but you want to stage just 4 of them in the trolley. So your trolley is the PSA bin. Then what you can do is you can utilize those product codes, or if not, if there's thousands of entries of product code, you can use the product group. You can use that product group and say stage this material in the PSA bin or that PSA trolley. And you do not maintain entry for the rest of the nut and bolts. So basically your PMR will get distributed. The task will get created for the stock removal only for these 4 types of materials, and your warehouse task will get created from your storage bins to your PSA for only these products, and the rest 6 remains untouched. And then you can bring in your Kanban.
But then these 6 components which are remaining, for those I will not make any entry in PSA stage, right? Or
No,
is it like, because
No.
the
It will be
solution,
through Kanban, right? It will be through Kanban, right? You can.
yeah, but what I was assuming, or what I am expecting, is that those 6 components should not come into PMR also, as per my
Okay. Yeah, so that's perfectly fine. That is something you do from the manufacturing order creation rule, the bombs and all, whether you want them in the PMR or not. If that's not your call. I mean, there will be a PP team for that, right? The production
No,
team.
but they will say that, okay, we have this bomb of 10 components. Now do whatever you want in EWM.
That's absolutely fine. The answer I gave you, if you do not maintain entries for those materials, you will not be able to stage them, those 6 materials from this approach. I mean, whichever PSA stage basically uses whatever entries you get in that table, you can stage those.
Correct. But if
Using
those
the PMR.
components will still be there in PMR, right? But
It
those will
still
not
be there.
open.
So
Those
see,
will-
PMR has nothing to do with this activity. This activity is from the PMR to the PSA, what I told you. And that is what your exact requirement is, right? I want only 4 in the PSA.
Yes, that's correct.
So PMR happens at the time of release itself, right? Staging, sorry.
While staging. Yeah.
Exactly. So that gets distributed. Now it is up to you. How do you want to stage? This is the PSA stage transaction you utilize, and whatever entries you maintain, only those will get staged. So I think this will suit your requirement. And there's one more transaction, PSA stage 2. Try to go through that as well. Both are, I mean, you can get this sorted at PSA stage itself. Just in case if you want one more level of filter, try to utilize 2 as well. But definitely not a hard and fast rule that you need to have both of them.
Okay.
But
So,
PSA stage,
what is 1 and 2, Gaurav? Because I have
so
never worked with this one, production integration. Yeah.
there's one more kind of filter. I mean, not rightly I'm connected to the system. There's one more entry you find there.
Okay.
So one is at the warehouse level, which I remember, warehouse and ship to party entitled dispose, and the other one is at it may have just one more filter inside.
Okay.
So cannot recollect it exactly the same, but it helps.
Yeah, one more point, Omkar. See, there is something SAP has come up with something distributive put away. Okay, distributive put away is like whatever trolley you are using, right? See, there might be 10 items in that trolley, and you will distribute them at a different places of your production line. Okay, yeah. If you create 10 different PSA in the complete production line, SAP, see, earlier this solution was not there. Okay, SAP has come up with something known as distributive put away. You can check that out also.
Okay.
Yeah, distributive put away is really like whatever those milk runs and everything. Okay, distributive put away. So you can search that one. Okay, SAP has come up with a good solution, because you will first load the trolley, and then you will take it to the place where, and then you will distribute them for each work center wherever okay. So that is what I have understood from that. You can check.
I will search on that.
Yeah, distributive put away.
Okay.
So Omkar, does this help?
Yeah, actually, frankly speaking, I was having this problem, I think, since 2 weeks, like this particular question. But I somehow, like, I was playing with PSS stage multiple times, and I tried to enter those materials, like giving the filters. And then I was having the question of product group type. Okay, why not we should group this into product group type and just mark those indicators at material level. But like, I was not knowing that whether this is a best practice or not. Should we go it for or not? Because I don't have previous experience on this integration. So I thought, let's wait, because we are still in blueprinting phase. And I was just like thinking, okay, let's ask to someone in this group about their experience, what they are following, about the best practice, so that we are sure that, okay, this is the concrete solution then.
Seems to be working well for us.
See, best practice is always SAP standard. Okay, so they will tell SAP standard is the best practice. Okay, so if you discuss with SAP, they will come up with 100 reasons, and then they will tell, okay, this is the requirement. If there are many clients requesting for the same, then we will release it in the next version.
Release.
They will say that also. Okay, but the best practice, again they will reiterate that no, this is the best practice. Okay, so if it was the best practice, then there would have not an evolution into EWM or anything. Okay, so
Okay.
it's only catering to the requirement is best practice. Okay, so I see. Yeah, there are many things that we need to bypass sometimes and then do. Okay, and we need to take exception in the audit also. Okay, yeah, because it is my business and it is how we run it. And okay, so there is none. See, always everyone calls that best practice. Okay, it's
Okay.
yeah.
Also regarding Gaurav, in the same process, like, okay, fine. If I do that product group type, okay, and if I group those materials and if I stage those, then for each component it will create separate warehouse task, or if I want to have only one warehouse order for all those 4 components.
So now for here, your stock removal rule and the activity area comes into picture. So the standard WPT is 2100 for this, and it completely depends on where your these materials are hosted. So if it belongs to different activity areas, you will have multiple warehouse orders.
Maybe warehouse order creation rules can help.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It is all dependent on WCR rules, right? In the end, yeah.
Okay, because in my case, there is only one activity area, and I want to bring all the components. Like, I will go with the trolley in the warehouse. I will keep all components in my trolley, and with the picking list in hand with me, and I will bring that trolley to the production line.
Correct. Again, based on capacity of the trolley. See, if it is you might be bringing only 4 items, but if it is the quantity huge, then you may require 4 different warehouse orders and 4 different trolleys. Okay, so
actually,
so again it will break. Yeah, the system will break. Yeah,
I was just trying to optimize it, how we can optimize the warehouse task. Okay.
correct.
Okay. Because similarly that this is okay, what we call as kit cart. Okay. Like the trolley, our client call is as a kitting cart. This is more similar, like we say kitting in our EWM, kit to stock, kit to order. But that falls in the advanced EWM, so that's why we didn't go over there. So this is what API already has some functionality, so we are covering up over here itself. And,
okay, you don't want to go into advanced this one.
They are strictly, they are like, actually they are not even using SAP, so they are just using a basic, like a legacy system. They are using different, and they said, okay, we are going to S4HANA, and we want. Initially, they were not even involving EWM into it, and slowly after seeing the requirement, we thought, okay, you need EWM anyhow. So they said, okay, we will go for basic EWM, not for advanced. So that's why they are very strict about those conditions.
Then the distributive put away, which I said, may not fit into your requirement, because I don't think it will come in a basic version. Okay. Same thing. It is a building the trolley. It is a building the trolley and distributing. Whatever we're telling, right? It is distributive put away is exactly the same.
Okay. I will search. I will first like look on the blog. I will do those things. Yeah. Okay, and okay, for this, okay, we also have one scenario. Okay, but I think more or less it will be the same. We called it as sequence cart. Okay, this kit cart, okay, this is only for one production order. It goes along with the line with the product, and it gets back flush. Okay, there is one more called as sequence cart, where I have another trolley. Okay, which is always kept besides each and every workstation. Okay, like on suppose first workstation, my first product has came, like I'm going to produce a finished good. So for that, I require component A. I require always component A at that location. Okay, I know that. So what I will do, I will just bring all those components at that location. Like I will bring component A in that location so that I will be ready for doing the production. I will not wait afterwards. I will not do it afterwards. And similarly to that, I know that what next production order is going to come on that line. And I will also bring the other component, like the same component, different material number, and I will keep it in the same workstation. Okay, so that I know that next 3 production orders will be there coming over there, like scheduling kind of a thing. I know these 3 production orders are coming, and I will keep all those 3 components ready at that workstation. So even this is something we call a sequence card based on production order. That okay, in this production order, 4 components are kept, like those are kept on the trolley, but there are 1 component which will always be required on that workstation. But they want to, like, they are looking for cross order staging in that case. Okay, like if I have opened 3 production orders which are coming over there, I will take that component from each production order and I will stage it on that particular work center. Like,
but is it not, we can use Kanban for this one? Like, see, yeah,
those are big materials.
The component will not change, right? The component will not change whether the product changes. Though the product changes, the component will not change because it
But
is a
they have
common
different
component.
material numbers. They don't have same material numbers.
Oh, they have different material number for the same
It's all,
component.
yeah, it's all MTO. They are using, like, each and every finished product is different. It's customized as per customer requirement, and so that's why, like, the material number is not same. It's different.
Okay, so when they procure also, they keep them as a separate materials, though it
Yes,
is.
yes. They also store it in separate way.
Okay.
Like, for example, I am producing a big pump air compressor. In that, I require motor. Okay, so what I will do, the motor will be of different watts, different energy power as per the customer requirement. I know that, okay, next on this line, next 3 production orders will come with each and every capacity, different energy, and I will bring those motors accordingly at that particular station beforehand. Okay, like 3 motors will be there and on that workstation, and I will just, once the assembly started, I will just put that motor on the particular product and I will do the fitting and everything. Those 3 components I want to bring from warehouse. So that's why I have to look the 3 production orders. In that case, okay, I can use cross order staging because in PSS stage itself we have
Correct. Cross order staging, yeah, that is the one where for all the orders, whatever the components is required, it will, either it is a single order, pick parts, or in WM they used to call it as pick part and some release parts, something like that.
But like I tried to do that, but
Hmm.
it's like system is behaving like it cross order staging only applies for same material number.
Correct.
Like,
Yes.
so if I have different material numbers, then I was just looking how it will go. Like I have not tried that. I have to try that by using the product group type again.
Because it is accumulating one material across orders and it will bring the quantity to that place, thinking that, okay, this material is required for so many orders which will be running in this production line only. Okay, so that is what is, so then if the same, this one is different material, then I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
I will just try that by using the product group, how it is behaving. But yeah, this is what we have scenario.
Yeah, I understood.
Good. Anybody have any other questions? Thank you guys for discussion.
Anyone know storage unit management in EWM or in WM, I can say?
I think yes. UT is in
WM,
right?
Yeah. So I heard that, okay, in EWM it's not there.
No, it is not there.
It's not there.
But do we have some replacement for that in EWM? Like, I want to pick the material with some packaging. Like what SUT is like. I want to group these materials or like 10 pieces or 20 pieces, and I will have some SUT. Like it might be roll, it might be some pallet kind of a thing.
Correct, that you use the HU for that one. No? Why you want to use an SUTC? Why you know why SUT came into picture, right? Because WM was like an independent this one, okay. And then in future when HU came into picture, and then they wanted to integrate, and they never wanted to move from SUT, storage unit management, okay. And then the SAP itself got confused in that, and okay. It's good that they have removed it in EWM, okay, but yeah, but actually everything can be taken care with you know, if you go in the definition, it may sound different, but still you can manage with handling unit. A few features they had not given in HU, but I think you can manage it with HU, no?
Actually, they don't want to go for HU. They don't want packaging material because they are procuring from vendor and they are expecting that it should behave like SU while procuring from vendor.
Okay.
Because in material master, in warehouse management view, in WM execution, we have a field called standard HU type.
Yeah.
Handling unit type. So if we click on F1 on that field, what SAP is saying that this is something which you can use in EWM, which is a replacement of storage unit management. So I was confused by looking at that field, standard HU type. How can I use that like while doing good receipt, or I'm not aware of how can I use that field.
Okay, they don't want to do any packing or something.
Yeah, it's like they just give a kind of a code, product packaging code to supplier, and like a packaging code which says that AB means like you have to pack in a pallet, you have to pack in some boxes, and that code goes to supplier. Okay, and supplier then he knows okay what this code means, and then he does the packaging according to that and sends to the customer. And okay, and in system they are looking like I have this product, and for this is the product packaging code for that. Like if you go for WM, then you have the SUT. Okay, I have this product with the SUT this. So like that, I thought, okay, what is standard HU type? Can I link that with the product without HU, something like that? Because the SAP was saying like that you can use this for replacement of storage unit management.
No, we need to dig, but anyway, they can scan the HU number, whatever is coming from the vendor, and then they can use the same one, right? External handling unit number and
right now they don't have anything.
yeah, correct. Yeah, means in future if they want to use it, but create one thing with the external number range, and it should be accommodative for all those. I'm not exactly sure, because it will be if there are 100 vendors and 100 vendors have different numbering system.
Good. Yeah.
Raju sir, Raghu here.
Yeah, Raghu.
I have a requirement like in STO scenario, the client wants to do partial GR, and the delivery should get keep open. It should not get complete the status in ECC and EWM. Here the problem is when the sending plant sending HUs, and they're actually doing this GR through Fieri apps. And when they receive HUs, when they do partial HUs, they scan each HU and they will complete the GR, and the delivery status is
Completed.
no, it's not completed. It's partially completed. That's the client want. But in the non-HU scenario, when they do partial GR, the status of the delivery is getting completed, which client don't want, and it should keep open.
So meaning you are doing the GR on the header level, right? That's the reason I think it's
correct. It's a SAP standard solution, right?
standard.
At HU level, you can do the GR so that it will be partial, but yeah,
Right.
if it is non-HU managed, then
Header level it is going to be posted. Yeah.
Correct, because how
So,
are you going to do those item? Okay, same item you need to repeat 5 times and then or split it, no?
No, otherwise, create a warehouse task
okay.
partially. I mean, I'm just giving an idea. Like, for suppose you received 100 quantity, your
Mhm.
only one item is there in the STO. So create a warehouse task to put away or something like what you call create a warehouse task for 50 and then confirm the task. It will be post that quantity 50 pieces and goods receipt also will be posted. But don't click on the goods receipt button on the header. And when you confirm the task, it will be posted only this quantity. That's the standard way. I mean, is that will help? Maybe Robin, you got the point what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I just got disconnected.
Yeah. So Raghu, you can try. I mean, if that works, then see that. I mean, 100 quantity you received in that delivery. Create a
Yeah.
task for 50 only for put away. Don't create a HU. Don't create a HU. Create a put away task for 50. I mean, give the quantity 50 and then put away only for 50. And then let's try. I mean, see that possibility if you can able to manage that. That's a standard way of splitting, but it's manual.
Okay. When you say create a task for 50, but when you try to create this task, it will create the task for 100 quantity, right?
There is an option, right? Like you can reduce the quantity.
We can reduce with process code the delivery quantity. The problem is even we reduce the quantity and 50 and we do GR for 50, the delivery status is getting complete.
Oh, still it is even the partially received, it's getting completed.
Yeah, yeah. And we don't know remaining quantity where it gone. It's not showing in the stock in transit also.
The another 50, I think it's in EWM, right? It's in EWM, it's open, there is no task created.
This is STO scenario, sir.
STO only, but goods receipt is not done. I mean, in the EWM, it shows partially goods receipted, right?
In EWM, it is getting complete in ECC as well. In non-HU scenario.
For partial, no, okay, but you can try to split the delivery, right? In EWM, okay. I use the process code and split it to 50-50 and do one delivery and then you do the goods receipt. So that one delivery should be in completed status and it should go and update in ECC.
We thought of propose this solution only, but the client doesn't want any enhancement. They want standard solution.
No, this is a standard solution.
This is
only.
standard only.
You can split the delivery. Splitting delivery is standard solution only in EWM.
No, when we give the process code I00 something, and to split the delivery, to get the split the delivery again, we need some enhancement, right?
No, I002 something. Which one is that? I don't know. But yes, you can split the delivery. No need to. It is a standard, right? One is adjusting. See, one is adjusting the quantity that you will not receive any quantity, so that the system will update the quantity to 50, and it will go and update the 50 quantity in ECC also, so that you will be receiving only 50. Now, the other case, what you are telling is today I am receiving 50 quantity. The delivery quantity was 100, and today you are receiving in ECC it is 100, and when you replicated it is showing as 100, and when you do that 50 quantity is you can split it. Okay, I002 I believe. I don't know which one is that.
Is it S4HANA?
It is decentralized, sir.
Decentralized, then I002 will work. I think what he said is right.
What's that? I002?
I002 will work for
Yeah.
splitting. Yeah, split the quantity, whatever you physically received, and then another delivery will be created for other splitted quantity, and then you can receive that later. So of course, I mean, like, I'm not sure it is going to work for
Integrated, embedded one.
No, embedded on it is not going to work, but
Yeah.
STO scenario just need to check. STO.
Yeah,
because
correct,
it's a-
correct. It is like a standard vendor scenario, whatever we're telling, but
Physically, how much you are receiving in your
Maybe
receiving?
50. In 100, 50 is receiving physically first, and then he wanted
Yeah.
the status to change to partially receive, something like that.
Yeah, because the remaining 50, they might receive next couple of days. At the time they want to complete.
Maybe
But you will then
next truck.
create you
STO
will then
scenario.
create inbound delivery only 50 quantities, right? Not of 100 quantities.
So through SPED, it is creating automatically outbound, sorry, inbound.
Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Actually,
It might.
when you're sending STO, why not they sending one truck, like as you said, one truck for 50, one truck, another truck for 50, so that
Outbound
Here,
deliveries.
two
here they are,
outbound.
here they are saying they sent 100 quantity only, but in transit, the quantity might damage. That scenario we need to consider, and we need
Damaged
to be able.
means you follow. Yes, earlier we saw the one note, right? So those things can be note whatever
Okay.
we see that damaged, it is going to work in that way. Note, I think Robin advised the note, right? That note you can check that.
From supplying
Damaged.
plant also 100 quantities are sent, right?
Yeah.
Or
Sent.
those are sent 50-50.
No, they sent 100.
But
No,
if they're
what-
sending 100 in one truck or in it's multiple shipments.
Here they don't have any shipments. TU is not
Like-
configured.
No, I'm
No,
just
no.
trying. If they send 100 quantities, are they sending at once from supplying plant, or are they sending after few days? 50 now, 50 after few days.
It will be both scenarios.
Then if it is
No,
both, then
52 trucks means 2 deliveries good. If it is
Yeah,
100, they are sending in one truck, it is going to be damaged scenario you can follow. Reduce the quantity. Okay. So,
Yeah.
correct. Because
So
Raghu, physically,
yeah.
what physically is happening, we have to look for that. Okay.
hmm.
If physically they're sending 2 trucks, 50 each of one truck, 50 for other. In might be a few days. Right now, today 15, after few days 50. In that case, physically and system also you have to create 2 outbound deliveries, because there might be some legal documents you need to print for each truck. Okay. So that should be the scenario. And similarly goes for inbound delivery. 2 inbound delivery should be there, 50-50 each. And if you have one truck of 100 quantities, then you should have that truck will come into your premises, right, of 100 quantities. If there is damage, then okay, you can adjust those quantities in inbound delivery. But it should not be like they're sending 100 and you're receiving 50 now and 50. Then like physically it's not happening right now. That
It's not happening. It is a client requirement. They are saying the app, Fiery app should accommodate both HU and non-HU partial GR.
Yeah, I mean, non-HU, you can try that. If it is not working, maybe next week we can see. Otherwise, we'll talk about that. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Non-HU.
That note, right? You were talking about.
Note one is one option. Second one is like if they are sending 50 in one truck and 50 in another truck, they cannot able to manage at their end. What you can do is non-HU scenario. You can create only put away task for 50 and then confirm it. Goods receipt also will be posted 50. Another 50 you can post it next day or other day when you receive the another 50 quantity. So if that scenario is not working, let's see that in the next week or next maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow once you get free time.
And check that splitting of delivery also I002, whether it will split in anyway it is a decent plus scenario, right? Check I002. If it works, then it is a standard solution. You can check that one also.
Right, I002 also will work. Yeah. So now you have 3 options: I002, note, and then splitting the delivery with task.
Okay. Yeah, sir. Thank you.
That's good.
Sir, do you have any document for I have a requirement like whenever they change the destination bin with exception code or quantity with exception code, they want to send a mail. They want to receive a mail.
Oh, bin, if the bin is changed, they wanted to trigger email, right?
Yeah.
To certain people.
Yes.
I think it's need to be mapped. I'll check and give you that, okay? Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey,
Can you
hey
can you
Raghu,
request
is
one?
this Indian customer? I just
It is actually US client, but the requirement, everything from the director to client manager, everyone is Indians.
Indian, right? Yeah, that is what these requirements because it is like more of control, you know. I want mail to trigger, want this one, okay. They want to have this more control. Okay, super.
Yeah.
Okay, then then we Indians are really control oriented. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, Sumant, are you there?
Yeah, I'm on mute.
Would you like to show that or?
Yeah. But the inbound delivery is not getting created. I'm just checking that.
Okay, maybe we can all see that if you are okay with that.
Yeah.
Let me stop recording and then, okay, not stop, like pause the recording and then we'll see the issue and then you can show
Yeah.
that. Okay?
Oh,